I'd say for setting, solid expectation would be maybe like 3 to 5K, 3 to 6K a month, maybe 7K if you're on a good opportunity. And then for closing, I'd say it'd be 5 to 15K a month, depending on how good you are. And then I know some high ticket closers that have made, they're exceptional. So they've made those 20, 30, 40, 50K in a month kind of months. I mean, imagine working from your computer, taking 5 hour-long sales calls a day, closing 2 of them and making $1,000 each. That's a $2,000 a day. Let's go. Today, super important stuff. Top 3 ways to make your first dollar online. This is going to be crazy for some of you that have not yet made any money online and broken into this incredible opportunity that we now have with these small little devices that we own. So, first things first. Check out this fresh cut I just got. Freaking sick. Oh, yeah, baby. I'm excited for this one. This is going to be fun. I ain't got a cut in like 2 months before that. I haven't been outside of my house, been grinding. Let's get into it. Okay, first things first, second things second. Now I'm going to tell you a story. It's going to be my story, and I go more in depth into this story. I'm not going to go super in depth, but in one of my other videos, it talks about my transition from college into the 9 to 5, into the sales world, stuff like that. Right now, the most important thing that I want to go over is the fact that I made that transfer into the 9 to 5 world, and I worked a normal job. I was just a consultant. It was pretty cool. I got to fly around and travel. Went to DC, went to Auburn, went to California, a few places. But really, I knew something was wrong because I was supposed to go on a 2-week trip to Europe before I started that job with my family. My mom planned it out with my aunt. We're going to go to Germany, Scotland, all these places, see my heritage, extended family. And it got canceled because of Corona. So then I started my job, and then I was like, wait a second, if I ever want to take a 2-week trip to Europe with my family again, people I love the most, I have to take off my whole entire year's worth of PTO, paid time off. That makes 0 sense to me. So I went in thinking like something doesn't feel right about this. And I've always had like an outgoing personality and a drive, but I was pretty much groomed for that corporate world. And then right off the bat, I'm just like, wait, what even is this? So then I started working there for about a year, but about 6 months in, I was like, this is lame. I do not like showing up to meetings and making PowerPoint presentations about what my freaking favorite color is. I don't care. I know they don't care. Why the hell am I doing this? So I started to look at other ways that I could make money. And I went the traditional route. So I was like, okay, I'm going to be like a finance bro, right? I'm going to have my job, bring in my 9 to 5 income, and then I'm going to invest on the side and, join, figure out the stock market and stuff like that, which I did. I did okay in the stock market, but I was only bringing in, 100, 200 every month or two, right? Just off of swing trades. And I was getting kind of good at it, but I was like, I need more money fast, and I need to not be at this freaking job because this is distracting me from actually getting good at this thing. So that was the first dollar I made online was in the stock market, but I also lost dollars in the stock market. So, it's that's the game that you play. Also, actually, you know what? I think the very first dollar that I made, like the very number one dollar, was through affiliate marketing, and I'll go over what that is a little bit later. But I think that was the actual first dollar. I made like $25. I was like, wait. I opened my phone. Yeah, I opened my phone. I was like, I got the notification, $25 deposited in your account. I was like, wait, for free? Not for free, but like just from the sky. I didn't have to like go to work, and it changed my perception on how you can make money. Same thing with the stock market. I'm like, dude, I just made $200 in one trade. Now this trade took a while, but like you can make real money doing that. This $200 could have easily been $2,000 if I just had more principal in. So it changed my perception of how you can actually make money online, or that it's possible to make money online, because I didn't really even know that this existed. Right? I was like, okay, yeah, I'm groomed for this life of corporate, up the corporate ladder and LinkedIn and resumes, and I realized real quick I didn't like a lot of those people. So then after I made my first dollar online, I started a company called Yefera. It was a watch company, an e-com company. So I started a brand, Yefera watches. And it was an incredible project that I did. I made my own brand. I made my own, my own watches. I still wear them to this day. And it was really cool. I got all my inventory shipped to me. I made the logo, had the LLC, had everything in place. And then I didn't really make a lot of sales because I didn't really push it or know what I was doing, and I didn't really care about it. I didn't really want to do ecom. I just wanted to make money online. But that was an imperative transition for me to make because I'm like starting stuff, and every time I look down at my wrist, I can tell myself, listen, you can do whatever you want. You started this company from the ground up. You started your own brand. So keep at it, keep throwing darts at the wall, and let's see what sticks. Long story short, found sales, started going door to door after that, and then after sales, I figured out, okay, I can do this, but like I can do this thing online. I don't have to actually like be in person in order to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the top 3 ways that you can make money online if you're looking to maybe add to your current income or switch full time so that you can travel or live the life that you actually want to live and with the freedom you actually want. Because it's really important to understand you need 3 types of freedom to actually be free. You think you're free, but you're not actually free because you got to clock in, you got to clock out, you got to ask for time off. That's not freedom. That's like maybe a good opportunity if you make a lot of money, but you need 3 things. You need the time freedom to be able to work whenever you want. You need the location freedom to be able to work wherever you want. And you need the financial freedom to be able to make as much money as you want. And with a 9 to 5, you don't really have financial freedom, even though you might because like you make a lot of money. Maybe you're in tech and you make $300,000 a year. That's all you can make. There's a cap on it, right? That's why I liked sales is because there was no cap. If you're a freaking killer at sales, you can make a lot of commission. So you might think you have financial freedom, but you're really just getting fed a paycheck every single week. But let's just say that you do have financial freedom because you have a really good 9 to 5 job, right? You don't have location freedom because you have to be in that city and you have to go into that office. And even if you do work on your laptop, maybe you do work on your laptop and maybe you do have location freedom. So maybe you make a lot of money, you have a remote job, but you still work for like a 9 to 5 company. You don't have your time freedom, and that's something you can't fix. That's just, you have to clock in, you have to clock out, and you have to do the work that needs to be done for other people. And really what you want, ideally, to have the freedom that you need is to be able to work whenever you want, the location freedom to be able to work wherever you want, in whatever country you want, and the financial freedom to be able to make a lot of money while you're doing it. That is the only time where you can truly become Neo, escape the Matrix, and have the freedom that you actually want in life. Or maybe you don't want it, and that's fine, and you can stay with what you're doing, but this video probably isn't for you then. Because you don't need to make extra online money. You're cool with doing whatever you're doing. But this is for the people who strive for this stuff and really, really want to hone in on how to make money online so that they can change their current situation and upgrade it and get to that next level. So without further ado, the top 3 ways that I would recommend. First is going to be a low skill set thing that you can learn. A low time commitment skill that you can learn is what I'm trying to say in order to start making money online. The one that I would recommend is called appointment setting. So essentially what that is in the sales process is, let's say a company hops on sales calls to close deals to bring in money. That's how the company runs. Someone needs to set up those sales calls, whether that's from calling people, whether that's from DMing people, whether that's from meeting with people and then sending them to the closer to actually close them and collect their payment. Someone needs to set up that deal. And there is a huge opportunity for people to be able to make really good money or low to moderate amount of money setting appointments for closers. Obviously, closers is a higher skill set because you have to actually close the deal. There's more pressure on you to collect the money. But setting is still needed. So you can either set on the phone and dial leads, maybe leads that are still warm, right? But that just haven't gone through the sales process yet. Or what a lot of people do is they DM people on Instagram. So let's say your favorite fitness influencer has a course where they train people on how to get their dream body in 3 months, but they need to close these people, but they run Instagram ads. Someone needs to get them from the Instagram ad to the sales call. That's a setter. That is the highest ROI skill set that you can learn with a low time commitment and a low time investment. Because you're just following a script and you're just saying the words that they've told you. You don't have to be able to objection handle or learn Aikido or anything like that. Honorable mentions, but didn't make the top spot, are affiliate marketing, what I mentioned earlier. That's essentially like, let's say that fitness guy has like a course and you have your own audience. You can say, hey, I'll promote it to my audience, and anyone that gets a sale, you give me a cut. So let's say he has a $50 course or community, just giving out some basic fitness knowledge. You can have a promo code or something and say, hey, if you want to get fit, join, Garrett's fitness community, and then you'll be able to get fit. And then anyone who joins with your code you get like 50% of the sale, because that's money they wouldn't have. If you only have like 500 people, that you have on your Instagram or your Twitter or something like that, then you could just promote it to them and get one or two sales, and that's your first dollar. Boom, done. You can also learn clipping. That's basically like what you see with all the reels and stuff, where it's like you take an influencer, you turn their reels into, you take something that they say and then overlay it on you've seen the videos of people playing Minecraft, so you don't get distracted, because we all have TikTok rot brain. But clipping is basically making those videos and then basically affiliating for them as well. So you make an account for your favorite influencer, you clip what they say, and then you overlay it with a video. It gets a lot of views. You can get paid by the platform for either getting those views, or you can get paid by conversions for affiliate marketing for them. But those can be good. I would recommend setting, just because it's easy and it's going to be the highest ROI that you can make in the shortest amount of time. You just get hired on with a company, they give you the script, and you go and you make money. Maybe it's even maybe you get a base pay, maybe you get commission, maybe you get a salary. Just depends. The next one is going to be actually closing. So that's the next part in that process that I was talking about. It's actually closing the deal. So an appointment setter. So they have the marketing. The fitness influencer has the marketing. They get to the Instagram DMs. The setter sets an appointment for the closer. Now the closer has to walk them through the process, ask them questions about their situation, and then eventually close the deal and collect payment. Now, this is a moderate skill set, because you actually have to objection handle. If someone has an objection, like, I don't want to pay, I don't have money, or I don't think it's the right time, you have to have a higher skill set to be able to say, no, it's going to be okay. We'll get you to where you need to be, and we can figure out a way to make this work. That's called objection handling. And so people will pay a pretty penny for someone that can close freaking deals and be a killer. I'd say for setting, solid expectation would be maybe like 3 to 5K, 3 to 6K a month, maybe 7K if you're on a good opportunity. And then for closing, I'd say it'd be 5 to 15K a month, depending on how good you are. And then I know some high ticket closers that have made, they're exceptional. So they've made those 20, 30, 40, 50K in a month kind of months. So I've also had a few good months myself, but I never got up to the top of the top, because you have to learn your craft and really dive into the skill in order to do that. Honorable mention, e-com or dropshipping. Like I said, if I would have actually taken Yafera to the next level, I could have been great, because it's literally like I branded it as a luxury watch brand, and I could have taken it to the next level, and you know what, like maybe someday I will. But I didn't want to commit to that, because it's not my skill set and it didn't really interest me. I just used that as an outlet to make money. Dropshipping also is an online way to make money with like an online store, like on Shopify. But e-com is like branded. Dropshipping is, you're basically the middleman. So there's these companies in China that sell these workout clothes. You just make, ChinaWorkoutClothes.com, and then people buy it, and then you send that data through automations to the company in China, and the company in China ships that to the person directly. So you're basically affiliate marketing with a website for these companies in China or whoever, right? But it's like you don't actually have the inventory in your house. You don't actually have to ship it out like with branded e-com. You just basically you have a platform for people to send in orders on this catalog, and then it gets sent to the company, and the company sends it to them directly. So that's a good way to do it, but it was really popular in 2018, 2020, kind of, and it's kind of died out now. I'm not saying you can't make money from it. I know people that make a lot of money from this stuff, but I would recommend high ticket sales and closing, because it's such an important skill to develop as a person. Like, you have to learn how to sell. Everything is sales. Literally everything is sales. You're talking to a girl that sells. Me talking to you right now that I'm competent enough to teach you on how to make money online, this is sales. Hopping on an actual sales call is sales. And if you have the skill set to be able to convert, then you can make a lot of money doing that. I mean, imagine working from your computer, taking 5 hour-long sales calls a day, closing 2 of them at and making $1,000 each. That's a $2,000 day, or even $500 each, because these high ticket items or programs are like $5,000 to $10,000, and typically you make 10 to 15% of that. So on the low end, let's say even 10% of $500 or $5,000 is 500. You have 5 sales calls a day. Even if you close 1 of them a day, I mean that's 15K in a month. So I mean, I make it sound easy, but if you have the right infrastructure in place and the right skills, then that's going to be the way you want to go. And then high skill set, high reward. This is going to take a long time commitment, and you're going to have to really have that longevity, is building your personal brand. And that's something that I'm working on with full transparency right now. I'm building my personal brand. I'm not really trying to become like an influencer, but maybe I am. I'm really just giving people the knowledge that I have, building up my personal brand, getting interaction, and I don't know where that's going to lead. Maybe that leads to anything. But when you build a personal brand, then people will buy whatever you have because they mess with you, right? It's like Dwayne The Rock Johnson is an actor. People like his movies, and then he started a tequila brand. What does he know about tequila? Fucking nothing. But they like him in the movies, and because they like his face, they buy his tequila. Same thing with McGregor, right? They buy his whiskey. That's having a personal brand. So if I build my personal brand here, and you guys just start to mess with me as a person because you just like appreciate the knowledge that I've given, and you love the life that I'm living, and you like watching the Corey TV show or movie that you're watching, then it doesn't matter what I have to sell. Like anytime in the future, I'm always going to have that, as long as I have the platform to be able to communicate with you, and you can extrapolate that out to yourself. So you might not think you have value to give, but if that is the case, I would say live more life. I feel like I've lived a lot of life and have a lot of value to give. There's still a lot more of life that I need to live, and a lot more value that I need to figure out how to give. But I'm at the point where I feel like I can start giving back, and so I'm gonna start building my personal brand, and just see where it goes. Maybe I get paid by YouTube one day. Maybe I start a community. Maybe I start selling something or whatever. And even if it doesn't work out like that, like it's never a bad asset to have people who are in your corner. And so I would definitely try to leverage this and dive deeper into this as well. You don't even have to become an influencer to have a personal brand. Like I would say my personal brand on Instagram is very like specific to me, but I wouldn't consider myself an influencer. It's just like I've built up what my personal brand is to this point in my life. So that can benefit you in other ways as well, like especially through Instagram. You've heard me talk about this, but you can also get into consulting, and in order to do that, you have to have a high skill set that someone will pay a lot of money for. So, for instance, I help scaling businesses run their operations. So I'll go into your business and I'll help them run like the back end, scale their setter team, scale their closer team, build out all the systems and the processes, use the CRM software, like implement all the things, the scripting, the marketing, right? Less on the marketing side, but just operations. And so people will pay me to come into their business and consult them on that stuff. That's just an example of what that would look like, but you have to have a skill. So let's just say maybe you have your own skill set, like maybe you're a coder, right? Or in computer science, you can start like your own computer science business or coding business via your personal brand. Actually, you need that too, but through your business, and you can get people to pay you money to help out their business, or to help them out, or to help them scale the corporate ladder. There's a million different ways to play this, but if you have a skill set, you should be able to monetize it if you do it properly. And then trading, that's not something for the weak-minded. you can't just hop in and I mean, you can get lucky once, right? Beginner's luck, but in order to make it a full-time income, you got to put in years of work, or just hit a crypto really lucky moonshot. But in order to hit the crypto really lucky moonshot, a lot of these people are like, it is their full-time job trying to hit that moonshot. So it's not like, it's a high skill set, it takes a lot of time. And there's a lot of risk in that. The risk reward on crypto and stocks is like the most high out of any of these. So just to review, I would recommend setting if you just want to get into it. That's an easy way to make 2 to 3K a month minimum just from the sky, and then you can build up from there. And working on your own time, by the way, for most times. And then closing is the moderate skill set that I would recommend. You can get into sales. You can use that in other areas of your life as well, but really you can just hop on sales calls, 5-hour-long calls a day, close one of them, make $500 a day. Maybe you don't even hit that and you still make 8 to 10K a month. Like that's a pretty good $100,000 a year, salary for working from your laptop. But it's not easy to learn that skill, right? So that's where the kicker is. And then personal branding, I would definitely recommend at least starting this. You don't have to make reels, bro. You don't have to become an influencer. Just start to make your personal brand relevant to yourself. So at the very least, you can hand, like, say, your Instagram out to people on the street that you meet, that you want to connect with and keep in your network, because then you'll be able to see their face as opposed to just collecting their phone number. And you can keep them, in your ecosystem with your stories and connect with them forever and ever and ever. I would definitely recommend this. So where do you start? This is all good, Corey, but I don't actually know how to do any of this. I didn't either. So I have built up some assets on my end in the form of network and knowledge that is going to be able to help you out. So if you want to learn how to set or close online, which is what I would recommend, I would look up Next Generation Closers. And message at Damon the Closer on Instagram. Now, this is my boy. I've known Damon for a while. I met him in Mexico a long time ago. By the way, I wouldn't have been able to meet him in Mexico if I wasn't making online money. So all of this comes together and goes into the same pot of like just opening up opportunities. And I wouldn't have been able to get the opportunity to make money online to meet him if I didn't start working on my personal brand. I had like 1,000 followers, and most of them I knew from high school and college. Like, you have to start somewhere. But tangent, if you want to learn how to set or close, look up Next Generation Closers, message Damon on Instagram, message him $, and he'll know that you came from me in this video. And if he knows that you came from me because I also help him out as well, then we'll be able to fast track you through the entire process and get you to the front of the line. I've already worked out how that's going to work with him. So if you want to get to the front of the line, message him $, or comment here, and you can talk to me personally, and we'll get you all good to go. If you're interested in the personal branding side of things, maybe the longer term stuff, maybe you want to stick with a 9 to 5, but just build up, personal brand on the side. Not exactly sure where you want to go, but it's not going to be setting or closing, or maybe you want to do both. I would start with Instagram. That is the best way to start building your personal brand. And the easiest, by the way, because I tell you exactly how to do it. You guys have heard me talk about Instagram Ascension a million times. I have a website. It's in my bio on my Instagram. It tells you exactly how to start building your personal brand on Instagram. It's only $100. That's it. If you're not willing to invest $100 into yourself to start to learn this stuff, then you never will. And that's okay. You can stay in living the life that you're living if you're okay with that. And I'm not trying to demean anyone, because maybe that is what you want to do, and that's perfectly fine. But all I'm saying is, if you're not willing to even invest $100 in yourself to learn this stuff, then you don't have the mindset that's going to take. I've invested tens of thousands of dollars into different masterminds, different courses, different groups, and it's given me the skill set and the knowledge, and not to mention the access to people that I've had up to this point. So I tell you exactly how to do it. Instagram Ascension. Link is in the description and in my bio on Instagram. So you can comment branding, and we can talk about this. You can also DM me on Instagram, and you can DM me audit for a free Instagram audit, and I can tell you exactly the specifics of a couple things that you can do. But in order to tell you exactly what I need to do, I need to know a little bit more about like what you're trying to convert and what your like plan is. And I can't do that with everyone. So if you do get Instagram Ascension, the course, and you're willing to spend $100 on yourself, then I'm willing to invest my time into you and hop on a free call to actually dig deep and say, okay, this is what you need to do, X, Y, Z, step, in order to get to that next level. So get the course. Let's hop on a call for free, get you to that next level, start building your personal brand, or reach out to Demand or comment dollar or branding or whatever you want to do. This is enough. So this is where to go, guys. This is how to make your first dollar online. There's also a million different ways to do it that I didn't mention, but start to just look into this kind of stuff, because it might seem like this thing that you can't really touch or you don't really understand. It's just this online magic internet sky money way to make money. It's like, well, what's happening? I see all these people. It seems fake. I don't want people to judge me. Throw out all of that. Do what makes you happy. If that's staying at the job that you want, great. If that's staying at the job that you want, also learning how to trade, great. If that's staying at the job you want, also learning how to build your personal brand, great. I can help you with anything. If that's saying, fuck this job, I want to live a life in Mexico or Europe or wherever and work from my laptop, I can help you learn how to do that. That's what I do. I help people inside of Lifestyle Ascension, my free Discord, do exactly that and upgrade every single part of their life. So all of this is in the description, guys. Go from there, and if you have any questions, you can DM me on Instagram, and we'll run it. Let's close it out, baby. Send it.